Hello, hello, hello. My name is Tylen, and you are now watching the Thai Food Experience. I would like to just start by saying thank you for simply being here with me. And I would also like to say that I know this video will find the right people. And in today's video, we will be talking about 10 life changing facts that I personally learned in 2024. These aren't things that I believe will just apply in the past. I believe that these are life changing facts, and I am very confident to say that. I know that these are life changing facts. I don't believe it. I know that wholeheartedly. So, to start it off, I'm going to just run down the list for you because today may be a longer video. So, I want you to at least know what you're getting into compared to just having to wait through the process to hear each individual segment. So, let's get started. Number one, we have being intentional happiness specifically. Number two, we have using your discernment. Number three, we have only, oops, sorry, my apologies, only pouring from an overflowing cup. Number four, what you put out in the atmosphere is what you will receive. Number five, small steps lead to huge results, and slowest is the fastest way to go. Yes, I said that correctly. You heard me correctly. Going slow is the fastest way for you to go. Number six, everything is possible. Is you versus you. Is you versus the previous version of yourself. Number seven, it correlates with number six. Stop comparing. Stop comparing. Number eight, set firm boundaries. Number nine, be your biggest supporter. Yes, you have to be your own biggest supporter. Number 10, nothing is happening to you and everything is happening for you. Okay. Then I also have a bonus one that I personally love this one. Be delusional in your self belief. Okay. Now let's get started. So when I say intentionally be happy, go into everything that you do wanting to learn. Do not create an attachment to it. And when I say do not create an attachment to it, I simply mean do not go into it with a certain expectation. When you create a certain expectation, that expectation leads to attachment. And that attachment is a self-limiting, it's very limited. You're creating a limitation for yourself by creating an attachment to what you want. You're simply creating and you're simply creating that attachment and that limitation, and you're holding yourself back. And I simply know that you're holding yourself back because whatever higher source you believe in, they have something much bigger for you planned. If something comes to your mind, something it's because your mind, okay, let me slow down a little bit. The human brain can't comprehend the infinite possibilities of what there can be. Let me say that one more time for you. The human brain cannot comprehend the infinite possibilities of what there can be. The human brain always looks at it as a logical standpoint. Everything is not meant to be logical. Everything that you go through is not meant to have a reasonable explanation. Some things are just meant to be, and it doesn't have to be explained because it's simply just meant to be. So be more intentional with the energy that you put out into the atmosphere. If you want to tone your body up, be intentional about going to the gym to tone your body up. But do not go to the gym expecting your body to naturally tone up. Because when you create that expectation, you then create that limitation for yourself. Toning your body up is just simply an example. Being intentional in any area of your life will get you what you're looking for. Because what you put out is what you will always receive. Everything is energy, and energy must stay in motion. Energy must stay in motion. There's no other way for energy to be except in motion. Okay. So always be intentional with everything that you do and put into the atmosphere. Number two is using your discernment. Using your discernment as in simply knowing what is for you and what is not for you. You have to take that risk to know what is for you sometimes, because being comfortable doesn't lead to growth. Not at all. When you're comfortable in where you are, you won't grow because you're comfortable. Uncomfortability is where growth is. Something that I told my sister, and this is an amazing analogy to use. Look at gold. Gold is made in the midst of fire. Yes, gold is made in the midst of fire. So if the beauty of gold and the worth of gold is made in fire, put yourself in that fire. But when you put yourself in that fire, look at the situation, take a step back and ask yourself, is this fire helping me or is this fire hurting me? And when I say that, I want you to simply look at yourself and look in the mirror and ask yourself, is this fire helping me or is this fire hurting me? Is it helping you because uncomfortability leads to growth? So that fire may be uncomfortable, but when you come out of it, what rises out of the ashes? The phoenix. Be that phoenix in your own life. But if it's hurting you, if it's not benefiting you, let it go. Toxic relationships. That could be a fire that you put yourself into, but that's not a fire that's helping you. And when I say toxic relationships, that goes platonically, romantically, financially, any relationship that is not bettering your mental health, that is pulling you away from your true self. Release it. That's not helping you, it's hurting you. Number three, only pour from an overflowing cup. What does that mean? Only pour from an overflowing cup. Make sure that you're good where you are. Make sure you're thriving, not just good. Make sure you're thriving where you are before you even think about helping the next person. Because how can you build your home if you're giving your bricks to your neighbor to help them build their home? They may need bricks, but you need bricks too. Y'all are both building your own homes. So what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to give your bricks and your materials to the next person to help them grow? Or are you going to give that energy to yourself? Because at the end of the day, everyone has to go through their own process. Whether it's your loved ones, whether it's your friends, it doesn't matter. They have to go through their own process. So you simply giving them your materials, you're taking away from yourself and you're taking away from them. You may believe that you're helping them because you're giving to them, but you're not helping them. You're not helping them for the simple fact that we all have that power bestowed within us. So if you have that power to build your own home, they have that power to build their own home too. So you giving to them is taking away from their ability to unlock that power within them. Only pour from an overflowing cup. Build your home and use those access bricks to give to your neighbor, because your home is already built. So if your home is already built, you don't have to worry about trying to build your home and trying to build theirs. In other words, go through your process and let them go through their process. If you want to help someone, I don't believe there's anything wrong with that. I've been a giving being since I could remember. Giving to the next person has always been a fulfillment for me. It's always made me feel so good. And that begun as people pleasing. That begun as a traumatic response. But even with me being healing, I'm not a people pleaser anymore, but I still love giving to the next person because that just makes me happy. That fulfills my soul's purpose. It's a huge piece of my soul's purpose to help others, which is why I'm doing this. The Thai food experience is here to help others as others can help me as well. We're all going through this experience called life because we're souls living the human experience. We're not human beings. Physically, in this realm, yes, we're human beings. But when you close your eyes and you go into that resting standpoint, you're not looking at the physical world. You don't see anything because your eyes are closed. But what does that mean? Your soul is activated. Your third eye, your pineal gland, is activated. Okay? Number 4, what you put out is what you will receive. That kind of correlates with number 1 with being intentional. If you want something in life, dedicate yourself to it. Tell yourself, this is mine. Like, for example, I am a 7-figure entrepreneur. This is mine. This is my lifestyle. I am able to live life off of simply helping others, fulfilling my soul's purpose, giving to others. This is what makes me happy. This is what I can do for me, but also do for others. And this is how I'm able to live my life. I don't come from a family of millionaires, but my family will come from but the family I create will be a family of millionaires. 11:11 on the timer as I speak. So continue to push and continue to be intentional with what you would like to receive, because you will always receive what you put out. Whether you're conscious of your decisions or you aren't conscious of your decisions, you will always receive what you put out. Number 5, small steps lead to huge results. Slowest is the fastest way to go. Slowest is the fastest way to go. Slowest is the fastest way to go simply because when you go slow, you become more efficient. Excuse me, confirmation bird. When you go slow in everything that you do, you become more efficient. So then when you pick up the pace, you aren't just trying to rush to the destination, because the destination is not the beauty. The journey is the beauty. So be intentional and know that when you take small steps, those small steps will lead to that huge result that you're looking for. The most easiest example I can give you is look at a ladder. When you look at the top of a ladder, you look at the top of stairs, whatever works best for you. You do not get to the top of that ladder, or you do not get to the bottom of that ladder by trying to jump. That's the fastest way to get there, but that's also not the efficient way to get there. I guarantee you, if you jump off the top of a ladder and it's high enough, if you have those high-term goals for yourself and you try to just jump straight into it, I guarantee you will not succeed. Even if you do succeed, that foundation will be made of quicksand. It will literally crumble right up under you. And what does that lead to? Back to step 1, 13:13 on the timer. Do not try to rush through the process, because the destination is not the beauty. The beauty is through the journey. Whatever you're rushing towards is not worth it. Because if it's worth it, you will take your time through it. You will not sit here and try to rush to it just because you want it so bad. If you want it as bad as you will say that you do, if you want it as bad as you say that you do, you would want to take your time so you could keep it. Because just as fast as you get there is just as fast as you will lose it. Take your time. Be gentle with yourself. Me personally, I came from a overstimulating home. I love my family to death. I will always love my family to death. And I know that they've always expected so much out of me, which led me to expect so much out of myself. And it's nothing wrong with having high expectations. Or is it? Because that stems back to what I was saying earlier, the attachment. You can expect a lot out of yourself, but don't attach yourself to that expectation, because something much bigger is aligned for you. And you will not see that if you're so fixated on what's in front of you. If you're so fixated on getting to 100, what about 1,000? What about 10,000? What about 100,000? So on and so forth. When you're so fixated on one thing, you don't see the bigger picture. which is why you have to take your time. If anyone, this goes for relationships, this goes for businesses, this goes in life in general. If this is a relationship that you want in life, take your time because you want it to last. If you don't want it to last, then I mean, do what you feel is best for you. I'm only here to help guide. I'm only here to spew the knowledge that I know from the experiences that I've endured. If this is not for you, then this is not for you. I wish you the best and I love you regardless. I know that everyone can accomplish everything that they put their mind to. So simply just take your time. There's no rush. The turtle beat the rabbit. Remember that. Number 6, everything is possible. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. No matter what you want in life, it is possible. 1616 as I speak. Just take your time. Know that this is for you. These life experiences, these life-changing facts, they all correlate together because at the end of the day, we're promised 3 things in life. You're going to be born into life, you're going to live your life, and you're going to die. And when I say you're going to die, trigger warning, that's a physical, your physical vessel will no longer be alive. But I believe that in life, we always go through a death and rebirth. I know that we always go through a different rebirth because when you learn something new, you release that previous version of you. That's a death to that previous version of you. And a new version of you is born. Number 7. This definitely correlates with number 6. Stop comparing. Stop comparing. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter. If you have friends and family that always want to compare their life to yours or vice versa, stop talking to them. Because at the end of the day, I don't care how successful you are in life. I'm happy for you. I'm not going to sit here and base my success off of the success of the next person though. Because we're all going through our own individual experiences. So stop comparing. You can look up to people, you can have role models, but I believe that you should always be your biggest role model because look at the previous versions of you. You've grown from the previous version of you that you were. Take your time. Stop comparing. Nothing is worth comparison because comparison leads to attachment. That leads to stress. That leads to anxiety. That leads to depression. All for what? All for what? At the end of the day, you are not taking everything that you have with you into that death. When you physically go through that physical vessel death, you will not take anything with you. It doesn't matter how rich you are. It doesn't matter how good you look. Live your life like it's the last that you have because we aren't promised tomorrow. So live today as if you don't have tomorrow because you don't know that you do. Stop pushing everything off to, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it later. How do you know that you have it? Do it now. Do it for you. But take your time. Don't do it out of fear because when you worry about, oh my God, I don't know if I have tomorrow. Oh, this, oh, that, oh, this. That is fear. Stand ground in your foundation and know and be intentional. Nothing is happening to you. Everything is happening for you. And I'm proud of you. If nobody else has told you, I am beyond proud of you. I'm beyond proud of you for simply being alive. You know how many people have themselves? You haven't though. Whether their story was harder or easier, you're here. You're still going. You're still pushing. That's what matters. Keep doing that. Keep going. You got this. And I'm not yelling at you. I'm speaking with passion because I believe in you. I know that you got this. I know that you can overcome anything that you go through because you're here. You've overcame your hardest days in life. That doesn't mean that you won't endure harder days, but that does mean that you will get through those harder days because you've gotten through the hardest day that you've already been through. Everything that you've been through and everything you are going through is helping shape you for that lifestyle that you want. You have to be intentional because this is the life for you. Now is the most grandest time to ever exist. Ever. You got this. That's, man, eyes got the watering up and shit. You got this. You got this. Believe in yourself. Do this for you. Okay? You got this. Don't compare. Don't look at the next person. Don't beat yourself up. Take a break. So many people believe you can't rest until the end. Says who? What's the point of me waiting to the end to rest when the end, I don't know when the end can be. So many people are fixated on certain career paths and then lose themselves on the process of getting to that career path. Congratulations, you've gotten to that career path, but you lost yourself along the way. So what does that career path truly mean? Nothing. Because if it's anything that would take you away from you, it has no meaning. You mean the most. You. Nobody else means as much as you. Number 8, setting boundaries. You have to set boundaries in life. You have to. That's not negotiable. Confirmation break. Because if you don't set boundaries in life, excuse me, you will never actually know who you are. Because you'll become so fixated on, when I'm around this crowd, I gotta be like this. But when I'm around this crowd, I gotta be like this. But when you set boundaries and you firm in who you are, you could go around 10 million people in one day. And you will still come out of that situation the same person that went into it. Or a better version. Set boundaries, and when you set those boundaries, I will be the first one to tell you, you will lose some of the people that you love the most. Yes, you will lose some of the people that you love the most. But just because you've lost some of the people you love the most, when you set boundaries and they don't respect those boundaries, did they ever truly love you? Or did they love that hurt version of you? Did they love that version of you that they could walk over? Did they love that version of you that they could just say whatever they want to? They could do whatever they want to? That's not love. That's using. Anybody that truly loves you will love you through the process of you finding yourself, will love you through the process. They will love you even more for setting boundaries within your life. Because that means that you care about yourself. That means that you're giving to yourself. Setting boundaries in my personal life has pushed me away from some of the people that I thought were my best friends. Well, and this right now, this present version of me is the best version of me that I've ever been. Ever. My circle has never been this small. My phone has never been this dry. But I guarantee you that I've been as happy as I've ever been. And that's not saying that this is the happiest that I can be. That is just simply saying right now is the best that I've ever been. And I show so much gratitude towards that. Nothing but gratitude. Number 9, be your biggest supporter. You have to be your biggest supporter. You have to. And being your biggest supporter doesn't mean that others can't support you or others don't support you. It just means that you support yourself no matter who is there and who isn't. I'm an athlete. I love to play basketball. So my best analogy is you have to be the ones in the bleachers and you also have to be the ones putting up the shots, working on your game. Do this for you. Because at the end of the day, this is your life. Nobody's going to live life for you, so do this for you. Once again, I am not yelling at you. I'm speaking with passion. So if it sounds like I'm yelling, I genuinely do apologize for that context because I'm not yelling at you at all. I'm not mad at you at all. I'm not doing anything but just speaking life into you. This is just how I am. When you're passionate about something, you give more energy to it. And I'm so proud of you. I support you whether you support yourself or not, but my support doesn't matter if you don't support yourself. If you don't support yourself, it doesn't matter who is here and who isn't. But if you do support yourself, it doesn't matter who is here and who isn't. Support yourself to a delusional standpoint. That's another point in this. That's a bonus point in this. But I just want you to know that you have to be your biggest supporter. You have to be your biggest supporter. Because only you can believe in you to a point that the brain can't even comprehend. You got to do this for you. Live life for you. Do this for you. Because you deserve this. So do it. You deserve this, so do it. So claim that lifestyle for you. This is another bonus one that I'm just going to throw out there right now. Claim the life that is for you and receive it and believe it. You have to claim that life that is for you because it's already yours. It wouldn't be in your brain. It wouldn't be in your soul if it wasn't already yours. If it was not already yours, you wouldn't even have it in your mind. You wouldn't be able to even think of it. Whether it's something you learn new today or not. Because we will always learn throughout life. So always be open to learning from the next person. And I'm not even referring to the next person as in me. I'm referring to the next person as the crackhead at the corner store. If it gotta be, that's as simple as it can be. You never know who can teach you what in life. You never know. So always be open to learning. That's why you have 2 ears, 2 eyes, and 1 mouth. Listen, pay attention, and shut up. Stop always trying to have a response to everything. Listen, pay attention, and stop talking about it. Be about it. Do this for you. I'm so proud of you. And this is the 10th statement. Nothing is happening to you. Everything is happening for you. Literally. I just got that tattooed on me not too long ago. It's not the exact same statement, but it's a resemblance. Everything is happening for a reason, whether it's good or bad. 222 meaning alignment. I am always in divine alignment. I am always in divine alignment. And I know that everything is happening for me. I don't believe in bad things happening in life. I don't. Nothing is happening. Nothing bad can happen to me in life because everything in life is happening for me. Yes, I'm a physical being right now, but I'm a soul that has been reincarnated many, many lifetimes. I guarantee you I've endured worse than anything that anyone could try to put towards me. I guarantee you that. Trust in that higher source. Trust in your ancestors. Trust in God. Know that you are divinely protected. Nothing can hurt you if you don't allow it to get into your atmosphere. Once you give it your energy, you give it that chance to hurt you. When you vibrate so high, look at my voice cracking. When you vibrate so high, lower entities can't do anything with you because they can't even reach you. If I'm on the top of a mountain and you on the bottom of a mountain, if you throw a pebble at me, what is that pebble gonna do? It's not even gonna reach the top of the mountain. You're not even gonna be able to see the top of that mountain if you're vibrating so low. So be that high vibration. Vibrate so high that negative energies run away from you because they're scared of that positivity, because they're scared of that energy that bestows within you. This ain't for nobody but you. You gotta believe in you. You gotta do this for you. And know that everything is happening for you and not to you. That's that victim mentality. Oh, this happened to me. And oh, I've been through this. And oh, I've been through that. And oh, I've been through this. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I guarantee you, nobody cares. You have to deal with that yourself. Everybody has a story. That story only matters with what you do with it. Are you going to sit here and just, oh, I've been through this and oh, I've been through that and oh, that's why I am the way that I am? Okay. Nobody is discrediting what you've been through. But your present moment is only going to lead to your future. So that happened in your past. But right now, do you want to keep being who you were in your past? I don't. I've been through my fair share of life. And I know that I will go through more. But I still love myself unconditionally. I still know that everything happened for me to get to this version of me right now. This version of me that is talking to you right now. So be intentional. Know that everything is happening for you and nothing is happening to you. And I guarantee you, when you look at it from a more optimistic, when you look at it from a more open-minded perspective, and take a step back from situations sometimes. That's all we got to do sometimes is just simply take a step back. Look at it from a different perspective. Because this is the perspective for you. This is your life. Claim control of your life. Stop living life in your trauma. Stop living life in fear. That isn't gonna do anything but attract more for you to be anxious about. It's gonna attract more for you to be afraid of. Look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what am I afraid of? What is this doing to me? I don't want to be like this anymore. And this is coming from somebody that used to be scared of the world. I couldn't even walk down the street without looking at the next person and automatically assuming the worst situation. But what you got to understand is, what you got to understand, not understand, because when you understand something, it's beneath you. We know that under means beneath, but inner means within. So when you take it in and when you understand, only a hurt person can hurt another person. You will be tested in life. You will receive those negative people, those negative situations. But that doesn't mean that is who you are. So don't let it be who you are. You got this. I promise you got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe in new energy. Exhale old energy. Breathe in that new life that you want. Exhale that old life that you don't want anymore. Not everybody is here for you. Nobody's going to do this for you. You have to do this for you. And be intentional with it. Because this is the life for you. And my last one, this is the bonus. So this will technically be number 11. Be delusional in your self-worth. Look at yourself as such a high being that nothing phases you. Everything is only helping you grow to even be a higher being. And don't look at it from an egotistical point of view. Don't look at it from your ego as in, oh, I'm higher than him. Oh, I'm higher than her. No. Even with you going through your healing process, you will attract old energies to see if you truly serious about this new life that you want. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I know I'm gonna always believe in myself. I went through all of those years of believing in other people more than I believed in myself. And what did that do? Benefit them even more. And what did that do? Leave me feeling even lower than I felt in the first place. When you believe in yourself, you project the energy of believing in others. Confidence and cockiness, they're too similar, but they hold such different vibrations. You could say, "Oh, I believe in myself because I did this, this, and this." That could be confidence. And then you can continue, "Oh, well, I did this, this, and this, but you can't do this though. I do this better than you." You see how that's cocky? That's arrogant. Nobody wants to be around an arrogant person. I don't want to be arrogant. Confirmation bird. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm so proud of you. Genuinely. And I know that today's video is a longer video, but I know that today's video is my most important video on this YouTube channel. This is the YouTube video that I just know will find the right people. It's a longer video, but I mean, who cares? If you listening to what I'm saying, you're not looking at how long the video is. So I appreciate every single one of y'all. And please consider subscribing. Like the video if you enjoyed it. And once again, I love you all and I am so proud of you. These are 11 life-changing facts that I just know will benefit you. I know they will. If you apply them and trust in them. These ain't no facts that you could just say it today and then, okay, now where is life supposed to do it for me? No. Keep putting in that work and watch the beauty. Watch your garden. When you plant those seeds, you don't get your flowers, you don't get your crops the same day that you plant your seeds. But when you get those crops, it's so beautiful. It's so sprouted out for you. Longevity is not built on quicksand foundation. So if you believe that this is going to come overnight, you're wrong. You're wrong. Miracles happen overnight, but you have to believe and put in the work. I love you all so much. And thank you for watching another video in the Thai food experience. Please consider subscribing. Please consider liking the video. And comment how this video made you feel. If you got this far in the video, just comment an emoji. Comment something. Comment your favorite fact out of the 11 facts. Anything. Thank you. Hope you have an amazing day.